Hey, what's up, Fearless Girls? It's your Fearless Girls leader, Dr. T. Listen, I am so excited about our nugget today. So I really need you to tag all of your FG friends. Listen, especially those who watch our nuggets on a regular basis. You have to make sure that you tag them in tonight's nugget because I have some really exciting news and I don't want anybody to miss it. So take a moment, tag your girls, tag your FGs, your fearless girls, and your fearless guys. Let them know that they need to watch this nugget. This nugget is going to be really important. So I'm gonna jump in because I got a whole lot of ground that I need to cover, and I still want to really try to keep this as a nugget. So this month, of course, we have deemed it as Make It Count May. We deemed it as Make It Count May. So we talked about several things. We discussed vision, we discussed virtue. Last week we talked about value, and when we talked about value last week, we used the broad principle. We connected them to knowing your core values. Got to have some balance, got to have rest, yep, and you got to be appreciated, right? So we talked about that. But as we talked about it, we kind of connected it to your core values. I really hope that you gave some thought to your core values. If you gave some thought to your core values, what are those things? What are the tenets of who you are? The tenets of who you are. I want you to be bold and be brave if you thought about it and give us at least one of them in the timeline. Give us at least one of them in the timeline. You got to give us at least one in the timeline. So we talking about this Make It Count May, right? So now let's close out Make It Count May. Y'all see I'm jumping right in because I got some other, like I told y'all, I got some exciting news and I really want to share it with you. I got several exciting news, a couple exciting news things that I want to share with you all. But anyway, let's close out Make It Count May with talking about victory. Somebody put victory in your timeline. Put victory in your timeline because I'm going to give you three nuggets as it relates to victory, and we're gonna talk about those very briefly, and then I'm going to give you all some exciting news that we have for Fearless Girls, and I'm really excited about what's going on with Fearless Girls right now. It's just a fun time. Listen, and with a fun time, there's a lot that happens, and sometimes when you are your most excited, that's when some of the craziest things can actually end up happening, and I want you to be in a position where you can be able to navigate the challenges that you face and still be excited about the things you should be excited about. And so that's one of the reasons why this is really important. And I'm just really excited to share it with you. But let's talk about this victory thing for a minute, because when we look at victory, one of the things that I believe is critical is I want you to know this. I expect you to win no matter what it is you face. I expect you to win no matter what it is you are facing. And in that, you should be able to garner experience, victory, no matter what. I want you to be in a position where you can still experience victory. And I'll give you all a really crazy scenario that just literally popped up in my head at this very moment. You know, victory. A year ago today, we buried my mother, and I had the privilege and the honor of eulogizing my mother. And so in that, we had some different discussions about it, and I had told my husband. I remember last year, when I got up and we were getting dressed to get ready to go to her celebration of life, I looked at my husband and I said, "Okay, I'm done crying now." And we were walking up the hallway in the hotel, headed towards the church, and headed towards your house actually. And I said to my husband, I said, if I had to pick, if having mom around another 6 months, and she had a very traumatic transition of her life, I would pick it happening the way that it did any day of the week. So while I miss my mother tremendously, I believe that the Lord gave us a victory in how she went to sleep. And as far as she was concerned, she went to sleep and she woke up in the arms of God. That's a victory to me. And so I want you to understand, when I say I expect you to win no matter what you face, I'm serious. I believe that no matter what it is you are facing, you can find victory. Now, if that resonates with you, give me a number 2 in the timeline. Y'all getting me all off course, and this is going to end up not being a nugget. But I believe that there are 3 critical steps and critical things that are a part of victory, that have to be a part of victory. You will never experience victory if you don't have these 3 things. I hope you are ready for them. If you're ready, give me a number 5 in the timeline. If you're ready, give me a number 5 in the timeline. I'm going to do it anyway. But anyway, so the first thing is, I believe the foundation of these 3 key elements when we talk about victory is identity. You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. When you know who you are, you can put yourself in a position where your identity won't steal from you. If you don't have the right confidence in yourself, you will allow your identity to steal from you. So you got to know who you are. You got to have your identity in a healthy space. Know who you are. Somebody put that down. That one of the biggest things about victory is knowing who you are. One of the reasons this is so important is because when things happen that try to attack your self-esteem or your self-confidence, when you already have your identity settled, you'll realize that embarrassment and shame is a choice. So you will put yourself in a position when you have your identity on lock. You put yourself in a position where you can have victory no matter what it is you go through, no matter what it is you experience, and no matter what it is you face. Second piece of that, you got to have that identity piece set, and then you got to have the right information. What do you need to know? In order to be victorious, what do you need to know? And what I don't know won't hurt me. No, what you don't know could kill you. So if you don't believe that, go back 3 years to COVID. Because how long did it take for the world to figure out what to do with this whole COVID thing? So you got to have the right information. What is it you need to know to be able to experience victory? When you have this information piece set, then that's a big part of the battle, as we say, proverbial battle. So you got this identity piece, and then you got to have the right information. What is it you need to know? And then what do you need to implement? What do you need to implement? Now, all of these fit together like a puzzle, because what you know doesn't matter if you are not putting action to the knowledge that you have. You have to be able to put action to the information. So once you know who you are, what is it you need to know? What is the information? What do I need to know? And then what action needs to go with what I just learned? When you have these, you'll put yourself in a position where you can do a make it count victory. Make it count make it count victory. So listen, those are our nuggets. I got to jump into all of my little information that I want to share with you all as it relates to this exciting news. I am thrilled. Let me just jump right in. I am thrilled to announce a transformative shift in our communication strategy for Fearless Girls. Effective immediately, we're moving away from doing only the traditional social media platforms, and we are going to fully embrace the immersive worlds of podcasting and YouTube. We're gonna embrace this whole podcast YouTube environment because we believe that it is the best move for Fearless Girls. We have a worldwide mission, and we have to reach the world. And one of the things that I believe with this is a strategic move that reflects our commitment to delivering engaging and personalized content while we are fostering a deep communication with our audience. We want you to have that communication. Like we just talked about those 3 key elements for victory. We have to make sure that we are giving you the content that will allow you to grow and become better. If not, we are not fulfilling our worldwide mission. And we know that our worldwide mission of expanding, educating, and empowering is all really important. So here's the reality: in an ever evolving digital landscape, we recognize the importance of adapting to emerging trends and meeting our audience exactly where they are. And so podcasts and YouTube is going to become, they become increasingly popular mediums, and these offer intimate and convenient ways for us for our listeners basically to engage with the information that we provide. And then still have that thought provoking and entertaining content element. So this, what we believe, like I just said a second ago, we believe that this is in lockstep with our mission here at FG of expanding, educating, and empowering. So by making this transition, what I'm saying is we aim to create an enhanced and interactive experience for those of you who benefit from Fearless Girls and for those of you who fully support the FG mission. We cannot leave you behind. We cannot throw away you, because without you, we don't exist. So we recognize that. And I want to give you just a couple of things. Why are we switching the nugget from the book? So because that's the plan. So I'm going to give you the information. You'll be able to subscribe. But we want to give you this information so that you can make a calculated decision and you can move. Remember, you got to have that information piece. I'm giving you information right now, and then I'm going to ask you to implement. So that's why that's important. So why are we switching from the book? The first thing is there's a different level of accessibility we want. We want this accessibility to be different. And with podcasts, we can reach a wider audience across multiple platforms and devices. So when we use podcasts and we use YouTube, we're going to hit more people. And this is going to allow individuals to tune in anytime and anywhere, whether they're commuting, exercising, relaxing at home, or washing dishes. Our subscribers can conveniently consume our content on their terms, and people tend to do that with podcasts and with YouTube. And so that's one of the reasons why we're going to make that transition. Another one is we believe that our appealing content is going to work for this audience. The podcast and YouTube format provide a unique opportunity for a deeper dive into our topics, share expert insights, spark meaningful conversations through basically carefully curated discussions. We believe that we can deliver a valuable element of content from Fearless Girls, and that's one of the things we want to do. So like you may be watching this Facebook Live right now, but what I want you to do is I want you to be able to go, just like you're in your iTunes. If you click on one and you're like, that was good, let me see what the next subject is. This is going to allow you to do that. So if that takes me to the third point, which is access. By subscribing to our podcast and our YouTube, what happens is individuals are going to gain direct access with a chance to explore our Fearless Girls core values, explore our content, get to our content easier, not have to kind of drudge through different things in Facebook to get to it. So it's going to give them an opportunity to understand our thought process better, because it's going to give them an opportunity also to engage more and to be more personal and have that intimate relationship with our team. And so that's why the access piece is important. And then the amplified interactivity, we believe, is going to be good. We are committed to creating a dynamic podcasting and YouTube element, such as Q&A live sessions, so listener feedback, guest suggestions. So we're going to be doing all of those. We know that it's going to be different, but we still believe that we can have a two-way communication that will foster a stronger sense of community and will allow us to better understand the needs of those of you who are a part of our Fearless Girls tribe, and it's going to allow us to tailor our content accordingly. So how do you subscribe? I'm glad you asked. It's super quick and super easy. You are going to be able to find us on all of the popular podcast platforms, and then of course YouTube is super easy. So you'll be able to do that. Simply search for Fearless Girls, and then you'll be able to hit the subscribe button. We are still working on that this weekend, so if you don't see it, give it a chance, and I'll come on Facebook and let you all know that it's on and it's live and it's and you can go ahead and subscribe. We'll make sure that you have that information by subscribing, though you're going to get those automatic updates whenever a new episode is released as well. And so that's why we want to make sure that you take a moment and subscribe once you get there. This is going to allow you to never miss our latest insight and discussions in our nuggets. And I'm excited about us being able to do this. And so we want you to join us on this exciting new journey as we transition to this podcast and YouTube first approach. So that's what we're doing. And we believe that, confidently, we believe that this is going to be an opportunity for us to deepen our connection and, again, to widen our audience and to have that quality content in one space where it's going to be easy for you to get to. So thanks. And yes, don't fret. We will still be on the book. We'll still be on our social media platforms. So make sure you follow us on our social media channels. We will still have those, but you won't get the nugget on Fridays the way that you are on the book. We're gonna give you the month of June, and then you won't get the nuggets on Fridays the way that you are here. You're gonna get the nuggets through your podcast. So that's gonna be great, and then you can listen to it at your leisure. So it's gonna be great, but I'm excited about it, and I think it's going to be great. If you have questions, you could put your questions in the timeline. I got some things I gotta do, so what I will do is I will go back and read those, and we'll make sure that we answer any questions that you may have. If you have questions, you can email us at admin@wearefearlessgirls.com. You can do it that way as well if you don't want to put it in the timeline. But listen, before I go, I want to invite you to meet me in Vegas for Pillow Talk, Pajamas, and Prayer. That's our second exciting news. Pillow Talk, Pajamas, and Prayer, July 21st through the 24th. Last year, we had such an incredible time that we decided that we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to do it in Vegas. I'm so excited, and guess what? The registration, brace yourselves, is only $200. It's only $200. Now listen, that does not include your transportation, your meals, and your lodging, but it is going to be a great fun time we're going to have at Pillow Talk, Pajamas, and Prayer, July 21st through the 24th. Don't miss it. You can go to wearefearlessgirls.com to register, or you can look on the Facebook page because there's a link in a couple of recent posts that we have where you can register that way as well. I'm so excited about what's happening for Fearless Girls in this time, and I'm so glad that you are on this journey with us. We would not have it any other way. We're super, super excited about it. And listen, of course, as I always say, girls with dreams, they become women with vision. Register and make sure you go and look for the podcast. Bye.